Round two, Islam Makhachev and Dricus Du Plessis. Seriously, guys, Islam Makhachev and Dricus Du Plessis are going back and forth. I know that might sound stupid because I'm talking about a lightweight and a middleweight. Why would Islam Makhachev and Dricus Du Plessis be going back and forth on anything, considering that they are so far apart in weight classes? Well, one, Bilal Muhammad's the welterweight champion. So if Islam has any designs of becoming a double champion, one, Bilal has to either lose his championship or he's got to bypass that and go to Dricus Du Plessis, because seemingly these guys don't want to fight each other. They've been going back and forth because Islam said that he could go to middleweight and beat the reigning champion. He says that his height allows for it to middleweight. He believes that his physical data allows for it too, meaning his size, his strength. He goes, I would just need to work with my specialists, gain muscle mass, and add a little weight. I think that I can try. As I already said at the press conference after my fight, if they offered me a fight tomorrow and say they will give me time to gain weight, I would not turn it down. I would 100% agree to fight at middleweight. I'm not saying that I have a better chance, that I can 100% finish Du Plessis, but watching his fights, watching his style, I think that I have the keys to victory. Make no mistake about it. This is him being very respectful, right? He's being respectful. He's being respectful of the idea of how big a challenge that is. Of course, the champion hears that. And he says, it's hard to really think or take it seriously right now. He goes, I've got a big fight coming up, so I didn't make anything of it. If we get to a situation where we are not at right now, he's an incredible fighter. Make no mistake about it. He was so incredibly good against Marcano. He proved once again why he's the pound-for-pound best in the world. But I don't care how good you are. He obviously trains with 185-pounders in the gym, so he knows. But he doesn't train against me. Believe me, it's not the same thing. Even on a technical level, the stand-up, his wrestling and grappling is phenomenal. But I would just overpower him. That's what I think. You know, both of these gentlemen are being respectful of each other and being respectful of the other guy. They're both being respectful of the other guy's skill set, their abilities, and how hard it would be for them to do what they're saying. But Dricus Du Plessis, it's time for us to stop doubting him. I mean, at some point, we got to respect him, right? I know it may not look as appealing to some as they want their world champions to look. But we just watched him submit Israel Adesanya. We just watched him break him down over the course of 3 rounds and get him to a point where Izzy got submitted by him, something we'd never seen before. We have seen him beat Sean Strickland. We have seen him finish Robert Whittaker. At some point, we have to respect Dricus Du Plessis. I think Islam respects him. I don't know that Islam would understand how hard it would be to fight a guy of that size. I think this guy might weigh 220 when he's not making weight. You know, many people talk about the amount of weight that the Russians cut. And Islam cuts weight to make 155. But I don't know that even on his heaviest days, he weighs 185. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think that he can do it. I just think that it's much harder than I think anyone understands to go up 2 weight classes. Pereira did it at 185 to 205. But even the fact that we talk about him going up to heavyweight, it's kind of crazy. Now, I get he has skills, but that would be very, very tough. And I believe he can do anything. You guys know how much I respect Makhachev. And I think he can do anything that he sets his mind to. But that ask is so big. Because again, Dricus has to weigh 215, 220. Dricus could never make lightweight. Never. I don't know the last time he weighed 155. So, guys, I don't know what would happen, but I do know that there are weight classes for a reason, guys. It's a tale as old as time. And now for my final thought. The Global Fight League. Last week they held their initial draft. And if I'm being quite honest, it was one of the weirdest things that I've ever seen in my entire life. From the studio shots with people that I respect sitting at that desk, Goldberg and Robin and Caroline. But I think the thing that stood out the most to me was that before the draft was completed, as it started, if you paid attention, if you were watching closely, they showed a graphic that showed every single pick completed. So by watching, you knew who was getting drafted, when they were getting drafted, where they were going to. It was all done. It was literally all done in the first 10 minutes of the draft. You screen grab it, bang. You got it. Those are all the picks. Turn the camera. It was unreal. So when you launch something new, it's all about the first impression. And to me, that wasn't the best first impression. It was not great. And I'm a guy that's all for more MMA. I wish all those guys the best. But they've got to be better. Many of my contemporaries, the people that fought when I did, and look at me, right? I got gray hair. I don't look like a guy that's actively competing. But a lot of those guys that I spent a lot of time with when I was at the top of the sport, the guys that sit alongside me at the top of the sport, they're all a part of this organization. All of them. So I really want the best for them. But shit, after last Friday, I honestly don't know if it could get any worse because it was that bad. Guys, that was another episode of 3 Rounds. I appreciate your love and support always. Until next time, like, subscribe, and tell your friends about my YouTube channel. And never miss an episode of 3 Round every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific at my YouTube channel. Till next time, guys, peace. We have finally made it to the end of the NFL season, and it's Super Bowl week. So why not get in on the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook? You guys know that at DCTV, we love the DraftKings Sportsbook. And at DCTV, we love giving you guys bonus bets. So bet only $5 or more and get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you're watching the Super Bowl with the DraftKings Sportsbook. So all new customers, get in on the action. Use my promo code DCTV. Bet only $5 or more and get $200 in bonus bets instantly at the DraftKings Sportsbook, where the crown is yours.